Gambia am nañ mbégte ngir taxawee jotaay bii di fukkeeli yoon ak juróomi OIC Summit ci ñaari fan ñeneenti fan ak juróomi fan ci weeri mai 2024 dinañ dalal ay buur ay njiiti réew ñu toppa ci njiiti réew yi ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy taxawal seeni réew ci mbootaay gi ñu toll ci juróom fukk ak juróom ñaari réew ñu bokk ci Organisation of Islamic Cooperation ñoo fee daje ñu war leen a dalal fii ci réewi Gambia teeru leen sargal leen bu kenn dootut fàtte ñu war a dajee ngir mun a waxtaan càmbar nu ñoo amee jàmm ak bennoo mun a mànkoo si lu ñoo jëmale kanam ak yokkute du rek si suñuy réew waaye àdduna wërngal képp loolu tax na ñuy sàkku ci ñépp ñu defati ko nañ ko daan defee àndandoor bu taaru bañ ñu xamee woon jàppale nguur gi dañ am ko niñ ko bëggee ci xew-xew bu màgg bile na aada ak cosaan gi génn ñu yaatu ak taaral jikko yi comme niñ ko daan defee wane suñ bopp ci kanami àdduna yépp nañ leen bokk a def taarix nañ leen mbooloo songa ko daan ko.
Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, AfriCell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, AfriCell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. AfriCell Mobile Money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be 10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to 30,000. Meaning, your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
si ɗum non fof no neeɓi immoɗen joni mi ɗowta ma ka place maɓɓe jan
waɗen joni
yiya heɓa ko falaɗa
waɗen kisam.
Germano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Germano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Germano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and approved services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@germanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Germano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Germano Money Transfer.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Caraba Avenue and Bruceby Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.
Gumbari ngol ngali konton kali bismillah ko reke mobe kerfato jibe ka nyentembe na of course ala Politic Kaacha programme min kanale talata o talata ninyi wato sita don ba fulale ko ala barka bake ala kanyum programme o no wanyamen. Thank you so much molibe tinduke je bake molmi alon ko lebe diaspora ni Gambia banko kan jamba fule ko ala barka bake mi alon ko ka programme o nyin no ma live bari nga officiel fanan tinduke je bake kanyum programme o fasa ka sembentu andi ke blodum nyim programme o kono murtanale ne koteke anin talata kote o kon dalta ka ke nyamen drong every week nga min nati wala politician ultimi alon ko ni Kaacha politiko kola Gambia banko kanjang bi fana nindo murtananne mi alon ko afana mo multimi alon ko aka mamman politiko la koto bakele andu molem mi alon ko toma maboni nata politiko koto Gambia banko kanjang ngatel nati fana puru nasi Kaacha ko dol la mi alon ko lebe dendina politiko la kola Gambia jang anin Gambia be tama kan nyamen science and tenting atomu Abdoulie Bojang neti Abdoulie mo multimi alon ko ateka EPRC le support bari noto alliance site ate be wolto abe golle support kan nabe Kaacha ku jamala mi alon ko bankola tamandere nyallam Mr Bojang be life lon kerfato
ngal kontong ngamolbe kontong Gambia and Gambia bantala it's a pleasure to always discuss about national matters call me along bankola sulana kollem and banko tamandenya. So it's a big thank you to all of you for the invitation.
Thank you so much. Mr. Bojang, first, Jumale Limited, who are you? Jumale Abdoulie Bojang.
I'm Abdoulie Bojang, that's my name, Wallen Toti. Gambian oldie. From Fonyi, Kamfenda basically. Nka business okay, nka politics okay. Nga karande okay newsred, nga karande okay masu. Nka investment fanake.
Eka belege.
Yeah.
Eka political fanake.
Yeah. So
I know, right? So APRC, it is not a NATO alliance. Why did you choose the NATO alliance?
All right. Politics la dynamic siatale, you know, andong eka cool men gibe politiko kona siya badale. Mola na ka mistake ko as a politician akataria. Okay, so no alliance is APRC, even though legally we have only one APRC, which we all know.
Exactly.
And when it comes to politics, I tell you, in life, I tell you what I feel is the right thing. But no alliance is a faction that I believed in, and is a faction that I still follow. And the reason is very simple. I think the problem in APRC is not about faction, it's about leadership. It's about Jammeh, it's about Tombo. And I blame all of them. This is not my first interview. You might get my first interview to Ngafale.
You mean both Jammeh and Tombo?
Yeah, I blame both of them.
But you went and joined Jammeh instead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I align or associate myself with no alliance, but I have a pretty good relationship with even Tombo Njata's camp. You know, I see politics as a brotherhood. Okay, but naturally you will have a side that you would kind of be
aligned with the
side, but you're still within that compound, and that's how I see it. So usually when you ask me, I tell you APRC. If you further ask, I can tell you this faction. So that's what I believe, and pretty much I have very good rapport with all the factions. Why? I don't insult them. I don't kind of castigate them. And so if I have a concern, I go to them and talk to them. If I have a concern, I go to them and talk to them.
But what was the reason it had not alliance instead of Bakaria? There must be a reason at the time, because there was a problem.
Okay, at the time, there were problems, and there were a lot of talks here and there. But then when Jammeh called, indicating that for him he supports the No to Alliance, naturally, I should believe in that. Why? Because even those that went to Bago said, Jammeh said. Now, these other people say, no, Jammeh did not say. If Jammeh comes out and supports a position, naturally, if I am to be fair, I should support that position. Because, and that is why I told you that Nyimmo Fulol, they are all to blame. Because but after Jammeh Funtitan to call, can like I attend the call, you'll contact Koteng, you'll go into Koteng. Sciente Jammeh Koteng. So obviously, I would have to join that. But up to date, I always tell all these factions that we don't have a party that actually would have the strength that we need, and that may along as a lonya sort of may along laughter menanza sort of easily the manke killing. So us coming together and forget about the entire thing is important. Again, the thing is about, even in English, no to alliance and yes to alliance. Yes. The point was, it was 2021 presidential election. So those that would want to go to the allied forces, which is Barrows, whatever, and those that don't want to join the allied forces, to me, that is over. So the parties should come together. That is what I always say.
The alliance is not yet over. These people are still continuing with the president.
Yeah. You see, continuing with the president, he has now won. We understand that, and these people are still there. They're in fact part of the government, centrally in the government. Yeah. At the end of the day, why yes and no to alliance is to get governance. Now you get it. There's supposed not to be a split up to now, because Melko Ititanung, all they needed is governance. Melko Ibita, all they needed is governance. So the philosophy is for you to get governance, get access to the corridors of power. You get that as a party. For you to continue to consolidate your gain is for you to come together. That's the best maneuver you can have.
But do you think that is possible? I know there were talks purale muruna nyonkang, but and it seems like it's not possible.
Yes, it is possible. Very, very possible. Everything is a process. Even though I believe the process is a slow battle, I believe the main thing is Jame. I support no to alliance, but as far as politics is concerned, I look at the truth, I look at the country. Jame, just with a phone call, can decide what is going to happen with APRC. Because alliance are up to now.
But why do people still allow that?
Okay, you see, the dynamics. APRC is a party that is a mass party. You have what you call elite party, and you have what you call mass party. For example, an elite party is UDP and PDOIs. These are usually parties that have membership of intellectuals. You go to UDP, you have a lot of lawyers, a lot of this, a lot of that. Come to APRC. Yes, youngsters like us, we have double masters and so many other stuff and blah, blah, blah. But look at the masses. And politics is about numbers. So you don't have to sometimes force certain things. You need to see how you negotiate, how you get their buy-in for them to understand. So what is making it very difficult is APRC is a mass party. Mass as in, you have a membership that is not highly intellectual. Generally, I'm not saying you don't have intellectuals there. You have. But if you look at the leadership, you will know that, okay, who is the current interim whatever of APRC? What is his qualification? Look at the executive. What are their qualifications? So you understand that the way intellectuals most times see things, they can call Jinyaming, and in Malayalam, they are not intellectuals, are different totally. And you look at also the powerhouse, which is the masses, but they are supporting. Certain things, you don't force it on them. If you do, you are going to break the party. So I think they are treading a cautious path. But I believe at the helm of this, even though it's difficult, is President Jammeh. He can just make a call and say, you know what, Tombong, Tamba, I want all of you to walk out this and let it work, and I give you this time frame. What has happened has happened. Believe it or not, less than 3 months, you see, everything comes back.
So who is going to join who?
Okay, if we want to avoid a legal struggle and all those sort of things, even though I join no alliance, I believe no alliance should just move to Tombong's whatever. Because if you want them to come over to you, there will be a lot of hurdles legally and it will be cumbersome, difficult.
That means because joining Tombong means joining the alliance, because APRC is still with alliance with NPP.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You see, if the main issue of alliance is to join President Barrow to get the presidency or get part of the governance of the country, now that is already available, there is no wrong us coming together, make so the party is not further divided, because you can see, I have told them this severally. And personally, go and ask. Most times they just exit me from their groups because the way I'm talking is the way I talk to them. I don't have to beat up. I see what
you keep attacking them. I don't know. A lot of people say that.
Yeah, they may think
but you keep attacking them.
Yes, no, I'm not attacking them. I'm trying to tell them the truth. You see, that's how I am. If I am with you, I tell you the truth.
But you start attacking them. You wanted to contest.
Okay. You see, that is normal. It's a fair judgment of people who are judgmental, and I accept it. I'm a politician. People can always say things, but I want to put this on record. That was not even my first time, for your information. That's not my first time.
But you know, people are saying that. You started attacking them now.
Yes, that's what they would say. But you see, nobody is putting a gun. I'm not at gunpoint. I can decide even today to join NPP. I can decide even today to join.
That is your right.
To join Tombong. But what I believe in is I believe in unity. And you know what? If actually that is what they have said, I want to tell them no, that is not the reason. The reason is simple. When the APRC itself was together, those that know me know that I tell them this is a weakness, this is a weakness, this is a weakness. That's who I am. And I give alternatives as to what should be done. I don't only criticize. So yes, that is why even there in the groups, WhatsApp also, that is how, because for me, I tell them what I feel. And if you ask me a question, I try to speak my mind. So some people think that is attacking. That is not. I cannot do that type of politics. Politics of defending even that which you cannot defend. Okay, no. And okay, the position that they are asking, okay, if you don't get the position, that is why. No. Position of Manchester Kilenti. And I'm young. Very, very young. Compared to Melbe Lot, I think I was the youngest. And I believe if there is life, there is a lot ahead of me.
But you are not happy with the process.
Okay. If you want that to be clear.
Yeah, sure.
They even self-criticize themselves. If anyone is saying I criticize, because the APRC Constitution has stipulated that when a process of selection for position of elected position like National Assembly or so, there has to be a procedure. And the procedure is such that at the helm of the procedure would be what you call Constituency Conference. A conference where you have delegates from the constituency where you want to represent in IAC, and then a process unfolds for decide, okay, but in this situation, which I always tell them, you see, when you don't follow the law, it breaks you. Nobody can break the law. People say you break the law. No, you don't break the law. The law breaks you. Because when you don't follow the law, it catches up with you at some point. And that's exactly what happened. They announced, we applied.
How many of you? 3?
Yes, I think myself, Almame Giba, and yes, I think for it's even more than that, I believe. But I can remember myself and Almame Giba. Okay, and Hatabu and others. But what happened is the committee, the district committee, in fact, had meetings which I attended, and then they were even saying, even if you are landed until you chew paper, you have papers all over your table, we are not going to look into that. We are going to look at what we want and what the people want.
Who was saying that?
At the time, the chairman, and I think he's still the chairman. And by APRC Constitution, every 2 years, all these things should change. Yeah. But they don't follow those things. Okay, now if we apply, what the district committee can do is to receive our applications, look at them, get us involved, have an interview, and then give their recommendations that should come to the national executive. But my application never came. They brought only one application.
That is Almame's application?
Yes. These are things that happen. And I challenge it. They wrote that the way everything went was wrong. I have the letter. You go to my Facebook page, it's there.
Yeah.
They wrote that the thing, and then their legal advisor told them that the best thing you could do is this petition is on point and is actually appropriate, and this is what the Constitution says. Now what you do is go to the drawing board, get these applicants, talk to them, and then see how they can let go. They said they're not going to do it. The day of the selection, it should be in Kamfenda, my own home village. And that was what was announced to me. I was told, and not officially. I bought the form, I applied, Buba, and then sent it in person with all what they asked. When they wanted to tell me, okay, the selection is going to be this day, they never even called me. I was never called, I was never written to. I only had an audio circulation that the selection for councillor, the committee said is going to be this at Kamfenda at this time.
And you were not even informed?
I was not informed. With all that, I went. I went up to the ground. In fact, people started to converge. All of a sudden, they now what? Change. They said, okay, they said the people of Kamfenda are going to fight them. Because I'm from Kamfenda. The others said, no, we buried something in Kamfenda. So they had to change it to Kanelai.
So it was...
Even Almame himself came up to that point. I came to that point. They changed. They never also informed me. They changed the ground. So I had people just leaving.
So you also left and followed them?
No, I did not. Buba, no. That is not position for me.
Yeah.
It's not. Come on, human being, you have to respect yourself.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, I mean, I'm not.
As an applicant, you should have been informed.
I'm not informed.
If that is
the ground for the selection has changed. I was never told anything. Then I told my people, honestly, I cannot just be following these people without even informing me, telling me, and I have applied and they are all aware. And then they now went and said, already the committee have decided. It is not in the place of the committee to decide at the district level. It is at the national. They only send in the interview reports and everything, and then with their recommendations. Then the national district endorses it, approves it.
So they say committee decided what?
That decided that the people of Kansala wanted Almame Giba, and Yajeme wanted Almame Giba.
Yajeme wanted Almame Giba.
So
probably that is the case, right? But
Okay. If you want us to delve more into it for people to understand, I can still go.
No.
The thing is this. Almame has been duly elected. Yes, that is what they want, and nobody's going to dispute that. But I can tell you for sure that if they were left, Almame and I alone in the field, at the last minute, what they did was, Jammeh was intervening, calling people, because they knew I have an agenda that I can sell even to United States, and they will buy it. It's a very viable agenda, and people were listening. People get it. But then at the 11th hour, they knew that the way we were going with our things, it is politics that has never been seen before in Kansala, where we go house to house, radio talk show all the time, explaining agenda by agenda, point by point, and how it can be done, and asking people to criticize. So they knew there was no way Jammeh had to intervene by sending WhatsApp audios and calling prominent people that if you leave Almame, it means you are leaving me, Jammeh. We have evidences of all those. So Jammeh intervened. That was the reason
why
they know it. Between them and God and myself, they know
it. You were independent against Almame, right?
Yes. Why? I applied the same with No Alliance and so on. And in fact, I was forced with Amul. Before Amul came, I was told that, oh, you are young, leave Amul. Amul has more experience. Jammeh has left. So we need somebody who has experience. I back out. This time around, they never told me anything, even though I applied.
If that is the case, it's not fair. But you keep on attacking even the leadership of the group that you belong to. Do you have a problem with the NATO Alliance leadership?
No, I don't have a problem with them. I have a problem with people bending the constitution that actually makes us. What makes us is what breaks us. If you are a group, you came together because you believe in a philosophy. You believe in something that would give you redress and everything, isn't it? Now, if you are to do anything, you must follow that. If you don't follow that, it means you are just claiming to be what you are, but you are not that. And I am that individual who cannot just keep quiet. That's my weakness. I tell you how I feel. I'm not hypocritical when it comes to that. I can always tell you how I feel. That's who I am. So they don't like that. And that is why I take things properly. And everybody who was following knew until they had to write a letter. And internally, there are people that actually said, no, over their dead body is not going to happen. Even though many people, even the executives amongst themselves, it was a bitter something. Let's do the right thing. No, we are not going to do it. This is what happened.
So, Mr. Bojang, NATO Alliance started for and the other one started for. Now you people are talking
even
about
NATO Alliance has split it into two.
Again?
Yes, that's the truth.
Okay,
so this is
Ansu
Prof. Bagi and then Abibu Seka and other people and so on. So this is why, because they are not following the constitution. And you know what? There is a lot of infight. There's a lot of infight. I mean, I'm not here to say the interview is not for them, and they do not know that I'm even coming here, and I don't even represent them as in officially. I'm no. When you ask me, I tell you. But for me, if anyone invites me, I'm a politician. I go and say my mind. But the truth is, if they don't come together, the split is going to continue. And I have told them this, and severally. And let me say this because this is also another platform. If APRC does not unite, parties, you have to look at your base. The base of APRC is generally Fonyi. Let us be frank. It was a big party and it's still a big party. But let's say as it is now, it is especially with no alliance, it's more of Fonyi. Now, the constitution of the Gambia is such that Buba, you can form your own party. You have very learned people in Fonyi now who have political aspirations, both here and outside. If the party that had made Fonyi together, united Fonyi, politically, and even religiously and other aspects, culturally, is divided, the best thing the leadership should do is getting those people back so that you don't further divide other aspects of life, culture, marriages, and so on. Now, if you are not together, that is an easy excuse for anyone from Fonyi to come and set up another party. And when another party sets up in Fonyi, you like it or not, if you were 100, you will still have what? 25 that will leave you to go in that other party from somebody who formed from Fonyi. Now, to avoid that, the best thing to do is to come together so that we see how we strengthen the party once more and forge ahead. This is not something I have been silent about, and this is not what they want to hear.
But the problem is, why will you think the NATO Alliance should join Bakari?
No,
they're in alliance with NPP.
No, I told you the reason. I think legally, to change the legal dynamics for, let's say, Tombong leave, and then these people now it's going to bring a lot of further division, because it's going to be something that is heated debate and heat this and that and that and that. And already at IEC, what is there, we all know. Now, to make things seamless, easy, okay, you know what, Mr. Tamba? There are many vacant positions that are not filled in the APRC party by the Constitution. A lot of them. You understand? Get those positions filled, and it's still one big executive. And then see how you push the agenda. Come 2026, we decide who we're going to get somebody to stand, or we're going to still
but
go.
But if they need with the Fabakari side, are they going to maintain the alliance, or you think they should leave the alliance?
Okay. Maintaining and leaving the alliance does not make sense at this point. The reason of the alliance is for you to get to government. You got to government. Coming together to see how you change that government is good. There are no things that even President Barrow, he knows, and everybody knows that I criticize them. And I think I do it rightfully. They know that the government is not at its best. That's the truth. You see, when a human being changes women, today this woman, another, tomorrow this, you know that there is something that is, you are not at your best. You can see a government that is kind of weak has a lot of cabinet reshuffles. That is an indication of its poor governance, and the issue of competence and delivery is not there. Now, APRC coming together and then being part of the system to be able to change, it will help. APRC is an experienced hand of President Barrow, because they were in governance, and they probably will be able to help. But because of this division and a lot of other things, so many things cannot work. So for me, I'm not saying that, okay, Tombong should leave and come here. And I want to be fair. I support no alliance. But I think what will be seamless, I want this to be underlined, what will be easier, what will not attract a lot of further division is, okay, you know what? Let's join. Jammeh still remains the party leader and everything. Let's join hands. Tombong, Yatamba, sit and see how you work it out. They may probably even decide to say some other things different from what my opinion is.
Well, no more Jamal ko fenko diate kela alter reconcile. If Yatamba and others should join Tombong, they will say, okay, ngamimbe fonung murtawaleka,
Yeah, but that happens. Even the Islam that we're talking about. How many of us have said bad things about Islam before we come to Islam? I'm not talking about those that are born as Muslims.
Yeah.
But that is a simple thing.
But
How many of us?
It's a different example, though. This is politics.
Okay, you see, this is politics, and that is why it is not static. Meaning, you can maneuver, you can change. In the best interest.
You want to say you can lie and change?
Okay, I said maneuver. I don't say lie and change.
Yeah, it's just a nice way of saying.
Okay. If you don't want me to use that, let you.
No, I don't.
Let us be tactful. Yeah. Let us be tactful in our politics. Now, if we want to weigh these two things, us remaining divided and us getting united towards the future, what would it give us? So we look at the pros and cons. And that's why I gave you Fonyi up to now is divided. You have marriages that are ruined because of politics in Fonyi.
No.
Yes, if you don't know. I know the damage that it has caused in my own place. That's what I'm telling you. If we are not united, the division is going to go further to even the next generations. So for us to swallow one another's pride and do what we save our future is the best. So it's not a question of lying also. It's a question of being strategic and being tactful towards the future, going into the future. If this division is causing a lot of problems, where a politician will go to a village and women will undress and then whatever. We don't know that in Fonyi, but it is happening to the sons of Fonyi. Those women, we have pictures of them. Their kids will come up and begin to see how their mothers were misbehaving or they were behaving, anyhow they see it. You think that is going to further unite Fonyi and make Fonyi good? No. So the best thing is for us to unite. And that is why, for us to unite, it's not about being lying or deceitful. No. It's about being tactful. It's about being protective. It's about being conservative of Fonyi, of our religion, of our culture, of our relationships. Politics should not destroy that. That is my concern. And that's why I tell my leadership that most times I believe you people are not that effective. Because if you are effective, you would be able to broker something for us. For 7 years, one problem, you cannot fix it. That is a leadership gap. That is my point. So that is what they don't like about me, and they think I'm attacking them because of that. No, I'm not, and I'm not attacking anyone.
Okay, so saying Barola Mansakunda, of course, I say NPP and the coalition ne bitakan. Yala Mansakunda nyadil. How did you see abe kualtama? Ya nyadil abe kualtama ne kenyama.
Yeah, that's what I gave an example of. Generally, for me, the overview of President Barrow's government is, I think he is not performing. I think his administration is not performing in key sectors. And I think their energy should be refocused into some other areas than probably what they are doing. You see, no human being is perfect. And we have to give President Barrow that fairness whenever we're talking about him. He has done his best. That's what I say.
What best has he?
Okay, even if you are able to, get 1 or 2 contracts, that's your best for the country. That's your best. To you, you think that is good.
What is his best?
I think generally, President Barrow is best at being a gentleman. Yes.
But we did not vote. We did not.
No, allow me. You asked.
Okay, I'm asking.
That is why I criticize him. Okay. For the first time, I always tell people in politics, having a gentleman president. I think Gambia is the first time is the first country to have a gentleman president. Okay. And you see, gentleman president cannot do anything. That's the truth. Because leadership is such that you cannot be gentle.
So what is a gentleman president?
Gentleman presidency is a kind of you want to say very, very obedient, accepting whatever and so on. And that is not what this country needs. You see, when you are at a developmental stage, as a human being or anything, and the Gambia is in such a state, you don't have to be gentle. You have to do the things that actually need to be done. Whether it is going to be this, is going to be that, do what has to be done to make sure you reach where you want to go. For example, our economy is going down the drain every other day. Why is the economy going down the drain? It's because our dalasi is only useful in the Gambia. You go to Senegal, you present them that, they tell you it's phobia. Why that? Fix it. Because we are a net importer. Fight that. How many people are making shoes in this country? Locally. Boys are doing it, girls are doing it. Sama Yiwa or Sama Kaira Federation, this CCF stuff, they're supporting people in that. Hey, those things are not difficult, Buba. Machines are simple. 7,000 you can get a machine. Get here up to, let's say, 1 hectare or even half of that. All machines and everything, get the people to come. So that our women who are going to Senegal, for example, buying these shoes that are made by Senegalese primary school children, for example, I always say that, all right, to make fun, they will stop going there. The more money we are pumping to Senegal, the less power our dalasi gets. Yeah. And Senegal is a very dangerous country and a very strategic country for the Gambia. If you allow Senegal to consume you, we will never rise again. And part of Senegal consuming us is us allowing them to consume our dalasi. So you need to make sure you have the productive base of the country up and running. So that at the end of the day, we will be able to also have people coming to take things from us, not us taking everything from the people. Lana, you have to go to Senegal. Lana, that we can. But how can you do that when your electricity, your power is not taken care of? So I think if I were President Barrow, the first thing I was going to make sure is power.
Electricity.
Yes, that has to be there. That way you can get people to come and invest. Why? You cannot have a factory that is running, producing things, and electricity just goes. It means all those bottles and everything, you have to redo it again. And that is waste. Nobody's going to do that. So make sure your power is stable. Forget about anything, whatever. You are a small economy. You may not have all the financial, muscles to do everything. Fix one thing at a time, and power is at the helm of it, so that production or productive.
Maybe that is the reason is fixing infrastructure. A lot of infrastructure. At least that maybe probably you've built a lot of things.
Say maybe that is why he is continuing to fix. He's not fixing. He meant those things there.
The PRC guys don't accept that either. You think these are your projects, but he actually continues.
These are not our projects. These are projects of Gambians.
Exactly. So,
but we are telling. I'm just trying to make it correct that he is continuing to do it. But these are projects of Gambians. Yeah. Jammeh was a Gambian and he was there for Gambians. Exactly. Barrow is a Gambian and he's there for Gambians. Whether we support him or not, he's a Gambian and he's there for us. But we also have the right to tell him, okay, you are there for us, but we think you're not doing what we think you should do for us. So I think Our dollars is going down the drain every day. Our economy is going down the drain every day. A case in point, why I say the government is not performing. I have met people over on this issue, financial CEOs and of course even mayors and so on. You see, if this year you say how much? How many? This is 700 and is it 12?
What is that?
Million US dollars that came in as form of remittance.
Yeah, remittance. Yeah.
This is the backbone of the economy.
The diaspora.
But what is happening is, where is that remittance going into? Our weddings, most times, our social activities. So make sure you have a system where that money would be put into investment, not our daily whatever. That does not grow the economy. So that the semester who is in UK, after 20 years can come back and sit because he has a 20% share of a company. He is now old, but at least what he has sent back, there is something going. Those are some of the things that you do. As simple as that, very basic. Also, you should promote financial education. The problem of this country and the number one problem to all our economic hustle and everything is lack of financial education. Money has to be studied. You need to understand money. If you know money, you know how you go about your personal money, then you will move. Let me give you another problem. You are sending the army to peacekeeping. Jammeh's time, for example. This is not Jammeh's, Barrow's problem only. We are trying to talk about the country general, but because Barrow is there, sometimes we make reference. You know, you send people to go and keep peace, live in war in their houses. You are paid a sergeant in the army less than 7,000. A sergeant in the army. You send into peacekeeping, they are paying, for example, $150 every day, for example. But you have not trained that service individual how to go about basic investment. When it comes, the first thing he does is to buy an old car.
Yeah.
So that spoils the economy.
Financial management is a problem.
It's a problem. So they should inculcate that into the army so that the army will be able to understand. You know what? A lot of them could have been millionaires today. A lot of them. But what happened is when they come, the first dream they have when they were going to primary school is, let me also have a car. They still think that is relevant and they still think that is what they should do because of the training. You see, that's why in a country you need to put up systems. When you put up systems, everything works. But Gambia is a country that has no system. It's a chameleon. Any day, anything can be possible. And that's what we need to change.
Anyone can do anything.
This is the problem.
So we'll talk more about the economy of this country. But Baroyala cabinet reshuffle again. But let's look at these positions. Amadba is the new Minister of Lands now and Religious Affairs. So we have seen Mamadou Sabali as a special advisor. Dr. Cisse now is the Minister of Information. Claudiana Cole is relieved from her duties, you know, to the Foreign Service. Lamin Queen Jammeh also relieved from, and also Siaka, the Minister of Interior. The IGP, that is Abdoulaye Sanyang, is the new Minister of Interior, and we have a new IG now. Yala falindirol jenyadil.
It's good for people to change. That's a normal thing for people to move and then, you know, change goalposts and so on. But then, why do we reshuffle? It's important. And what signal does it send? When people are changing all the time, constantly, or from time to time they change, they either change for the worse or for the better. Or for the good. That is what it is. Now, in the case of President Barrow, I think generally the signal he is sending is, maybe knowingly or unknowingly, if you are a minister, if you don't perform, there is a chance that I'll move you from where you are and take you to somewhere else. That's one aspect of it.
Okay.
Yes, you know, there is also this about it. That is, okay, you are taking people from this position to the other position. It means there is competency gap, or there's gap of competence or delivery. Performance gap is there. Now, if somebody who is, for example, a petroleum engineer is in petroleum sector and has messed up one or two things, or you think he's not doing well, he's not at his best in that area, and you yourself knew that that's what he studied and that's what he should be best at, humanly possible, you are not taking him to another place. That is compensation. That's not reshufflement. That's compensation. Yeah,
the petroleum guy is taking to the Ministry of Tourism.
Yes. If he is a petroleum engineer and he is at petroleum ministry, he is not at his best at that point, for example. You are now taking him to an area that he has not studied. What magic do you think is going to happen? God is going to come to do something there. Yeah, so this is the truth about it. So I think what should have been done is, if, and that's why I always said that, performance contract. Give them 2 years or 1 year performance contract. If you're able to deliver, fine, we renew. If you're not, go your way.
Well, actually, he promised us that, but I don't know what happened. The president said that the last time that I'm going to give performance contract, but I don't know what actually happened. Whether he's still working or not. He said he's going to give.
That's semantics for you. That's just change of language for you.
To civil servants. But let's look at these ministries one by one. Do you think it was necessary to make changes at the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education?
I think, to be honest,
because you're an educator.
Yes, I think, I think the most important aspect of education by stage is basic, and then you come to secondary. All right, basic includes primary and whatnot. So if that is not a good thing, forget about the university. And that is why up to date, let's be frank, you go to a University of the Gambia, IOU or whatever, people there, you have students, I can tell you, it's 50-50. There are some that can write later, and simple letter. There are some that 50 cannot write. Why? Because you beginning from primary school, coming, up, we should have seen a lot of changes that Gambians can see in our education sector, especially the basic and secondary education. I think for me, he has not satisfied me as an educationist, as a Gambian, as a politician. So I think that minister should have gone, and then we tap into new people and see how they can come up with new innovative things and so on. You see, you are a minister for Gambia and for people, everybody, the kids who are supposed to go to school. Our education system does not cater for persons with disabilities. Do you know that? That's the truth. Persons with disabilities, differently able individuals. Our education system does not cater for that. Buba, how can you accept WAEC as an international regional educational examination body to set questions, draw amoeba, set marks question and say angle this for persons that are visually impaired, and they will write the same exam and they will be graded the same? You are a minister.
That is not
you in the Gambia here. Tell me where you have a differently able school in the provinces, apart from Govi here and now. Tell me. The world has moved. What was wrong with the minister coming up with something like an online basic and education system, where those that don't even have a chance to have a wheelchair, they can sit wherever they are in their houses and they're able to learn something. As basic as that. If you cannot deliver that, what do we expect? So we are joking as a country. That's the truth. That's the truth. We don't want to hear that, but that's the truth. So these are simple things we should do. So if you are there a minister for only people that can walk physically and go to school, it means you are not a minister. Because your position is for everybody. So come up with things that would satisfy and cater for other people. It's a shame in this country that we are talking about education. You go to other places, you don't even see a school where those that are visually impaired can go. They have to come to Combo here, and every day somebody has to help them, or you have to take town trip. That economic strain, that pressure, that psychological torture in our schools. I want you to follow, you are a journalist, ask. Do we have a special needs specialist in this country who is even lecturing at the university? I'm not saying to have an master's in education or in instructional design or educational leaders, but as a special needs. So these are some of the things that you don't have. These are gaps. Get people. You have young people. You have been a teacher, I understand. They should have taken it to do your masters in that to come back and help the Gambia. But we have our people, even those that are doing education at the university. This is public. Let them confirm. There are people that are teaching them. But then let's see if those people, you have lecturers who are actually special needs teachers, as in that's what they have learned. You need them because these are the people that are going back. So that is how our special needs are left out.
That is right.
So as an education minister, you are not fixing these things. It doesn't make sense. So I think he should have gone long since. WAEC is a useless thing. That's the truth. It's archaic, it's outdated, it's no more standard. That's the truth.
You mean WAEC?
Yes. There are exams. No. Yes, you know why? Every now and then, international, regional, you are having leakages, you are having problems, you are having this, you are having that.
I think
so I think the country should have an alternative. We cannot rely on WAS for us to get to university. No, we should have an alternative. And national exams where you write this, and all of them can qualify you. But you only have one thing. Since 19 whatever, since it was formed, up to now, the same thing.
The same thing.
We have to move.
Yeah,
as a country, we have to move.
So, but what about the Ministry of Lands? Ahmad Baye Ole Sambaje, what do you think? And a lot of people have also criticized that to say Ahmad Baye tourism understand, but he's now the Minister of Lands and Religious.
But who also even told you Ahmad understand tourism?
At least he worked in this.
Okay, let's say he worked there. Don't say understand.
At least you have experience in the.
You see, you have what you call information. You have knowledge. You have what you call experience.
Yeah, that's
information is raw, and that is what is available to most people who think they are landed. Knowledge is there. That is you now understanding that information, and you are able to sieve it and get the right thing. Experience is now you applying that knowledge, and it turns to experience. With the case of Ahmad, I think he is at information level.
You just have the information.
The raw information.
About
yes. Well, I understand journalism. Yes, it's true. Why? Because I know journalism is about asking, investigating, and then sending that message to the people, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then the experience and the knowledge is supposed to be you. Yeah. So if we are appointing people at ministries, they're supposed to have the experience and then the knowledge. But you cannot even have the experience, proper experience, without these two stages. So the problem we do in this country is, if Mr. Bojang is talking like I am shouting here, he's very knowledgeable. No, I'm giving you information. So we have to understand these things. Then the president, if you are appointing, we should have even a parliamentary vetting system. Oh, Buba, okay, you are born in this, you are this, okay, you went to this, you went to this, you went to this, we expect this is what you are able to do. But somebody who has not even gotten a poultry house, all right, with all his masters, you give him big position. What is he going to do there? His record will only show that, you see, moving from Kerfatu to Fatu Network to iAfrica and so does not mean that you have what it takes to take care. That is progression. You understand? Progression does not mean success or development. I don't know whether you understand that. So this is exactly what we have in this country. When people progress, they now say, oh, he's experienced. No. How many projects, successful ones, have he done? What is the impact, the economic, the social impact of those projects? If it is academia, what is his contribution to academia? To the growth of knowledge. You look at those things. But in this country, what they see as achievement is progression. Just like you move from primary school, you go to basic and junior school or whatever, you senior school, you teach it, oh, he's educated. No, that is progress. So I think with Ahmad's case, we have seen what he's able to do. Our tourism is dying out. We all know that. That's the truth. Even those of us who are not in that area, we understand that things are not the way they used to be.
At the tourism sector.
At the tourism sector. Why are you promoting him to a very critical and sensitive
thing? Very complicated ministry.
But it is beneficial to Barrow.
How?
Barrow probably wants to link the central government and then the local government. Now there is what? A disconnect. Barrow wants that, and Ahmad can be good at that. He can go underground and do what he can do to make sure this now is in tandem and things come. Yeah, that generally is in the best interest of the country. We understand that. But again, it only consolidates President Barrow's gains politically. Because if you are able to get, I'm using this term, Bensouda in order, get Yankuba in order, because for now, politically, they are disorderly as far as NPP is concerned. It means it's a plus for Barrow. Don't be surprised he wants to say
political
yeah, but I believe Ahmad may not be the right, is not the right person as far as that land this thing is concerned. And I think the president should see how he goes around this. It's important. I think in 2020, if I'm not getting it wrong, you can fact check this on Point and other people. You have around more than 11,000 cases, land-related cases. More than 11,000 in a year.
Yes.
Now you can see that.
I remember seeing that somewhere.
Yes, you can see that. At the end of the day, there is something fundamentally wrong with our land governance system. How can you buy a plot? I buy a plot and somebody buys a plot, and the same alkali, the same SO4, the same physical planning documents will be issued.
We all have the same documents.
Yes, from the same authorities. That is not even a problem of a minister. That is a fundamental problem with that department. So we need to go into that and make sure that is taken care of. You see, the government is a business, and the profits of a government or governance is serving the people. If you are not serving the people, you are running at a loss. You are not running at a profit as far as business is concerned. So governance is business. So these are fundamental things that you need to fix. We are not getting that. Our lands, Jamel has left a lot of, President Jame, a lot of reserve lands that we are all aware of. People are getting our lands anyhow in this country. That's the truth. You go to the provinces, they are going there. And me personally, every anniversary of my parliamentary elections, I have a radio program locally in Biam. And I discuss different things, just like I'm discussing here. Yes, land is an issue that I have always been telling them. And I even have a full agenda on it as far as my political career is concerned. And they know what it is. You cannot go and then be selling or just giving land just like that. Because they know your land at Fonyi is not at a good price. We all know. They now go and pump you just 100,000, 200,000, 500. You now think you are there. There should be a way. And it's simple, Buba. What is wrong with, it's all about coordinates. What is wrong with you sitting here and just type, Salaji, not to this, that, click, it will tell you the place. Is it clean or it is not clean? Is it under dispute or not? As simple as that. Do you think they cannot do that? But they are not willing to do it because if they do it, you will not need to bribe them to get what you want. I am not saying it. The president said that this country's files don't move. Whenever you make that statement, it means this country, corruption is what moves. Files don't move. Because why do files don't move? They delay. They should take care of you, Buba. They will delay it. So that Buba will be in a haste to give somebody something for something to be actionable. So the president himself has agreed. And that's why we are not criticizing. We are telling him what he told us. He knows. He said files don't move. So files should move in this country. Though if files move, you don't have to go and see the permanent secretary at his home before the letter that you sent at the ministry can be looked at. Anyway, that is what is happening for your information. So we don't need to.
But he said he will make sure that the files will move.
But when? Since when? Since when?
I don't know when.
Yeah, so that is it.
So the other appointment is Dr. Sisi. Dr. Sisi is now, he was one of the biggest critics of the president, but he's now the Minister of Information. Do you think it's the right position?
Okay, I think pol science is a very wide area, and I think doctors should be able to handle it very well. I believe that. And I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because this is his first time being in that position. And I personally, I don't think he is somebody that really can impress me at a personal level. From what I have seen and how I have seen him interact, make speeches and so on, I don't think he can get ovation from me personally. But I think he should be able to prove to Gambians that he is what he said he is. And I don't want to criticize him. I want to encourage him. I want to pray for all of them, including Doc. Why? Because this is his first time and this is his make or break. He has to make it or break here. Because this is his first time, this is a chance. So he has to prove to Gambians. And this also should be what should make his CA move or not move. Now he is in a position to deliver. If he has not delivered, what makes people to believe that CA can deliver if he comes into power? Yeah, so I think Doc has a big job.
He's not a president, he's just a minister.
But the minister is the one that advises the president in that area. The decisions are usually from the minister, and then the president looks at them and then does it.
Okay, you mean his performance at the ministry?
Not the Gambia per se.
Okay.
Yes. Even Brikama, he cannot perform there.
So Sabali is the special advisor now to the president. Another big critic of President Barrow.
Yes, it's just a win for Barrow.
A win?
A win for Barrow. You see, I don't support President Barrow's agenda as in politically and how he does these things. But I can tell you one thing. And most Gambians, most times will say, Barrow former intelligent.
Yeah.
Most Gambians will tell you that. Yeah, because of the way they see intelligence. But I can tell you, Barrow is one of the most intelligent people when it comes to playing his own cards for his interests. More than all. He can do it. And he has the Ajame boys. I call them Ajame boys not because they are small. No, I want people to understand this. The likes of Sidinja are Ajame boys. The likes of Savale are Ajame boys. These people understood a very smart individual. And we are able to work with him. Jame is a very smart individual. You like it or not, he is. Now, if these people, their experience can be tapped into, it's a win for President Barrow. And that's what Barrow knew. And that's what Barrow understood. And that is why he will overlook many things just to get what he Barrow wants. And that is why I always tell people, it's always a success for Barrow. One success to the other personally. Why? He's able to get the Jammeh boys and then the Jammeh dads.
Okay, personal success.
Yes, it's a personal success. But this personal success transcends beyond his personality. It affects his party as well. And that is why you are seeing a lot of initiatives, even though I know they are brick and mortar initiatives. They are not the best initiatives. I think it's a win for him. Now, for Sabally, I know one thing. From his history, I don't know Sabally. I've never met with him physically. No. And I'm never a fan of him, as in people celebrating him. I know he is a Gambian. He can do whatever he wants to do, fine, and any Gambian can do. But I can tell you one thing. From his history, I think Sabally can do anything for position. Gambians were late to realize this.
You can do anything for position?
Yes.
Why did he share that? He was with your party before.
Yes, and that is why he insulted people, because he was with our party. He did that. He maneuvered from UDP straight to what? For what? For position. That's the truth. Meaning, it is a win for Barrow, because Barrow can learn a lot of things from him, probably. I don't know. And he would be able to, be outspoken and defend Barrow and whatever. That I know he can get. But I can also tell you that there is a chance that he can leave. And this can be precipitated by position. Because I cannot understand how Gambians reason sometimes. I'm not saying my reasoning is the best, but I'm just questioning certain things. Sabally had a mistake. That can happen to all of us. He insulted the entire Gambia. He doesn't insult a tribe. He insulted the Gambia. If you insult the Manjako, you are insulting a Jola. That's the truth. That's the nature of the Gambia.
All of us are related.
This is it. So if he has done that, and then he has done certain things that are bad, for example, we are coming, because we are on Sabally. Let's say the commission has found him wanting for 1 or 2 things and so on, and he has been banned and so on. That same party, for example, UDP, that brought about that commission because they had a very powerful hand in it, because they were at the government. They are the ones that now celebrated him because he, Sabally, joined them and made him a hero, made him an angel. He has not done anything wrong. He joined and he got that from them until he managed to come to a position of relevance and authority. He decided to leave them, to go to the same government that banned him, and they now accept him and said he is the best, until he is now the special advisor to the government. That is very, 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 very treasonous. In literal terms, yes.
Treasonous in
yes, it's betrayal now.
Yeah,
you ban people because they have done something to the country that is not good for us today and even tomorrow. And now you have appointed those people to specially advise the president. Imagine if you appoint a criminal to specially advise the president. I'm not saying he's a criminal. I'm just telling you from his history.
You're taking example.
Yes. So that for me, that's how I am seeing things. Even though I know that President Barrow could use him, and he probably could be of benefit to Gambia generally, but I know one thing, that he is capable of doing anything for position. That is my personal opinion, and with respect I am saying this. Why? Because I have seen Sabally do things because he was in a position. So if somebody who was able to insult the entire country, and now a situation happens when Barrow wants to use him to insult the entire country, you think he will say no?
Do you think he will still accept?
He will.
I think he will learn from his mistakes now. That's what I think. You know?
Yeah, that's that. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. But I am telling you that at least he has a record of that. So I think he would be the one who should easily accept doing that than a newbie.
Okay, so Janni be able because mbe sunkaro le kono and time o tarale, but deportation again, kuma setale. I received a video last week, a video sort of mole blue, nga ye boy dole deport mil last takana attending. Ye kino like a dakono, kino nyingole muta. They don't want him to talk, to ask questions. It was very, so he has a symbol of Tano to Chino Bondi, and we even published this story today on Kerfat. But deportation was started, but people are blaming the government, Modul Kono, Youth Solemn, but then all the activists are saying that there is agreement between the government and the German government or the European Union. What do you think of this deportation? Because na funding ke Jamal be say they are coming.
Yes. Deportation is a normal process as far as travel is concerned in the world. You move from one migration, immigration, whatever you want to call it. It's a normal process. It's part of the process.
Yeah.
All right. But I do think the government has the greatest share of blame to take. If you look at the job openings in Germany itself, in Europe, you realize that there is what you call labor shortage. Yes. Now, what do you do? If they are deporting people as a government, probably these people are into criminal activity, probably these people have finished all the processes, and then they are no more fit to be there. We understand that. But then what is wrong with government trying to look into that market and see, okay, this is another loophole for us. There is labor shortage. Can we get these trainable boys trained in those areas at the expense of Gambia government over there, so that when they finish, you can get them instead of deporting them? That is something you can explore. Very simple, you can explore. You can work with companies that have those shortages, talk to them as a government. See how you go about getting those people trained to serve. Even if when they start working, they will be able to pay back, let's say 50% of what the government has put into them. Those that are also living in the Gambia can be trained as per the data that you get from there, so that even if they leave, they will still find themselves jobs, because jobs would ask for them. But you are taking somebody who is, sorry to say, a liability in the Gambia. You want him to be an asset in Europe. How? Is that possible? No. So that is why I think the government is not very good at doing certain things. You see, there has to be somebody who should advise the president, especially on certain things. They need to have innovation officers, critical thinking individuals around the president to help him dissect things quickly and hit things properly. Hey, if these people also are coming, what are they coming to do in the Gambia? Yeah. Buba, we have that span of land in this country. We all know that. Arable land is there. What is wrong with the government? Say, you know what? Before you begin to be pumping a lot of money in this sensitization of don't go back way, don't go, but people are still going. The more you sensitize, the more they are going. Why not you good? Why not you redivert those fundings to these sensitizations and whatever you call it, and get basic first line manufacturing plants, banana plantations, whatever. When they come, they go there. They are taught horticulture, aquaculture, whatever culture you want to culture with them, and then they serve the country. Rice. But you are pumping into this campaign and people are still going. It's like you are watering a stone.
Yeah.
So I think that is one of the things.
I also believe the same. These campaigns are not working.
They don't.
They are not.
They don't, and they will never work.
It's just a form of spending money unnecessarily.
That is what I also believe. And that is why I said the government is to be blamed. Again, the government is to blame because we have an education system that is dead. I am a certified financial education instructor. I have an MBA. And of course, other trainings and Six Sigma and so on. But you know what? Financial education. I will not name the institution. I applied to an institution just to go and help. To just teach financial education. And I have given them a proposal and everything. But they said, no, that is not in this country. People don't. I said, hey, the world has moved. If the government has taught people through our education system and other campaigns. In fact, I told people what the government should do right now is what? Financial education campaign. All the campaigns that they do about this bag, they are not going to work. Financial education campaign. So that you are able to tell fathers, mothers, cousins, brothers and sisters that the 300,000 that you have supporting somebody to go back way, if you use it this way, that way, it will be able to give you this and this and this and this in the foreseeable future. If you spend that one, you put risks to the life of the individual you are sending. So you do it that way. People will begin to understand, oh, there is another alternative of what? I'm doing. Spending money, and it will be able to generate me some income. But it is not Gambians don't have money there. Gambians don't have money. They don't have where to spend it, or they don't know where to spend it. because of what? A big gap of financial literacy or education. A lot of retirees in this country also are still begging. They are still calling offices for fuel. They are still calling people to help them. You know why? Because they have no idea how they go about money. You know, a wealth pyramid. Generally, you have what you call financial crisis, financial instability, you have financial stability, and you have financial independence, and you have financial freedom. 5 stages. Most people who have been directors and top positions, most of them are struggling today. Why? Because all their institutions we are doing for them is to train them how to run that institution. Anytime you leave that institution, it means your knowledge is not useful. That is why they need to inculcate, even incorporate trainings, what you call financial education, investment, entrepreneurship, and innovation. This will make them useful to themselves and to the country when they leave. You have companies and corporations in the country where top managers are entitled to a loan of 1 million or plus. They will take it. You know what they're going to do? Second wife. You know what they're going to do? They're going to change the car. You know what they're going to do? They're going to say, okay, I want to this thing, and then send 2-3 people back way. Why? Because financial education is lacking. 1 million would make that family now out of the poverty cycle if they know how to go about it. The pharmaceutical industry is also money. There is a way we can work it, and it will give a lot of money, and so people go into bad way.
I'm sure.
So these are the things.
I'm sure you'll come back one day. Hello, time bantele ferembari. Be ebe sarlam nela.
All right.
It was interesting.
Mbaningol diamolem amandia ngamo be dani ning mugita menkang na diamo wolem. Anyways, that's natural in me. Yes, maybe teaching okay. Also has aggravated that. Okay, so be kaygo douala banko ye aning banko la nyaton kol ntol kan na migalo le fo alala way yonten me ya je comme ha wolem alhamdulillah même ma je wonem fanan alhamdulillah be douala banko president way anim mom me party leader sol be let's work on our internal politics. If our internal politics is good, be banko so membita nyato.
That's right.
Yeah, so that will be my last word, and I always want that to be my last word. Okay. If our internal politics is good, this country will have the right people.
All right, thank you so
yes. Much. So the wrong people is what we have. That is the truth.
Okay, right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Ngatendu ka je bage Mr. Bojang, Abdoulie Bojang. Ngatendu mba karla ka natina program dola. Molim, of course, vocal ta bagale. Ngatendu ka je aning obatananda membe milbe ba jibe ka ba fulale ko wala baraka bake diaspora ning Gambia banko kanjang. Well, coming last week na malay nile, but next week inshallah maji mesungkaro le kono wala tina mga program ol suti andi demanding sign bari mekam be tenten nale kalay no yele na program dol to, and I'm sure Mr. Bojambe karla kana program ol to le prokadia mo le kerfadu jam because platform mo bele jam nga official tendu ke je baki kanyum program o fasa ka sembenti andi na technician Charles Elvis Gom, Mustafa Kamara, and Lamin Jallo Baba, Ninga Tinto Kaja, Baki Sire Drame, ni waiting to Anim Mamingom. Bafala Murana in Talata Nala, near Alakitita Alaba.
Gambia am nañ mbégte ngir taxawee jotaay bii di fukkeeli yoon ak juróomi OIC Summit ci ñaari fan ñeneenti fan ak juróomi fan ci weeri mai 2024 dinañ dalal ay buur ay njiiti réew ñu toppa ci njiiti réew yi ak ñi nga xam ne ñooy taxawal seeni réew ci mbootaay gi ñu toll ci juróom fukk ak juróom ñaari réew ñu bokk ci Organisation of Islamic Cooperation ñoo fee daje ñu war leen a dalal fii ci réewi Gambia teeru leen sargal leen bu kenn dootut fàtte ñu war a dajee ngir mun a waxtaan càmbar ñoo amee jàmm ak bennoo mun a mànkoo si lu ñoo jëmale kanam ak yokkute du rek si suñuy réew waaye àdduna wërngal képp loolu tax na ñuy sàkku ci ñépp ñu defati ko nañ ko daan defee àndandoor bu taaru bañ ñu xamee woon jàppale nguur gi dañ am ko niñ ko bëggee ci xew-xew bu màgg bile na aada ak cosaan gi génn ñu yaatu ak taaral jikko yi comme niñ ko daan defee wane suñ bopp ci kanami àdduna yépp nañ leen bokk def taarix nañ leen mbooloo songa ko daan ko.
Hello! There's a new update from your favorite GSM operator, AfriCell.
For all of you that have struggled to buy cash power beyond $7,000, AfriCell has done it again. The limit to buy cash power is now up to $30,000. Oh yes, $30,000.
Buy all the cash power you want from your AfriMoney account by dialing *777#.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
It's an amazing offer. AfriCell mobile money just got way better. The threshold for cash in and cash out on your AfriMoney has been increased.
Where it used to be 10,000 per transaction, now it has been increased to 30,000. Meaning, your AfriMoney account, you can now withdraw and deposit up to $30,000 at once.
Cashing in and out just got 3 times easier. For more info, call 777.
Where AfriCell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, takaful fund, management of zakat, management of awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.
fono nebi immo den joni mi dota maka place mabbe jan
waɗen joni
iya heba ko fala
waɗen kisam.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Planning to have an uninterrupted electricity and water supply from solar energy in the Gambia and beyond? Worry no more, because Solar Enterprise will provide you with the solutions at reasonable cost. We have experienced personnel who can install and advise you about your electricity and water supply with a warranty period. We have good quality solar products from North America and Europe. We provide services and sell products to individuals, organizations, institutions, private offices, communities, and government. These products are solar panels, batteries, charge controllers, inverters, water pump, water heaters, freezers, submersible pumps, and general solar accessories. Visit our stores at 48 Karaba Avenue and Bruceby Highway, or you can call us on 7657 479 980 8483 340 9400 or 635 9906.